അക്ഷരങ്ങൾ എന്നും അത്ഭുതമാണ്. വായനയിലൂടെ നാം നേടുന്ന എത്രയോ അറിവുകൾ, അനുഭവങ്ങൾ, ആനന്ദങ്ങൾ അവയെന്നും നമ്മുടെ കൂടെ ഉണ്ടാകും. ഇന്ന് സ്ത്രീശക്തി പരിചയപ്പെടുത്തുന്നത് മോട്ടിവേഷൻ സ്പീക്കറും ലൈബ്രറിയനുമായിരുന്ന സൂസൻ ഐപ്പിനെയാണ്. സൂസൻ ഐപ്പ് വായിക്കാത്ത പുസ്തകങ്ങളില്ല. പുസ്തകങ്ങളിൽ നിന്ന് ലഭിക്കുന്ന അറിവ് തന്റെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾക്ക് പകർന്നു നൽകി എല്ലാവരുടെയും പ്രചോദനമായി മാറിയ സൂസൻ ടീച്ചർ തന്റെ അനുഭവങ്ങൾ പങ്കുവെക്കുന്നു.
Years of librarianship. That's what I have completed recently. 40 years as a librarian means I should say I was a library teacher rather than a librarian itself. I have got an immense opportunity to entertain children, motivate children, and I have taken them to my fold as my own children. Now, all this happened just because of some kind of inspiration that I have got from my mother. She is the most important person in my life who has inspired me. She has motivated me. First of all, she said, "This is the profession for you," because I had a passion for reading. But that passion for reading has just given me the profession of librarian. But from there, I have just majored into the field of motivational speaker, a quiz master, and went on like that. I just conducted personality development classes that has enabled many of them to come to the forefront. My past experience in different schools of eminence, that is St. Xavier's Bokaro, Steel City, Jharkhand State, and then comes Timbini Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, and the last 14 years in Trivandrum International School has helped me to mold children into a good pattern of life. They have come, there are many children in different parts of the world. Now my children, if I ask, I say my students, they are in all parts of the world, far and wide they have spread. And many come to see me, and many of them even now are in contact. Once I went for a quiz competition with four students of mine, class 12. I went there, they were performing so well and they were emerging first in the place. And immediately a person behind me said, "Your child is there?" I said, "No, my children are participating." She was surprised to hear, "All the four are your children?" And I said, "Yes." And finally, it happened to be she was the collector's wife who was supposed to give the prize. And when she got up, she said, "No wonder why these children got the prize, because the trainer, the person who was behind them said, 'My children, not students of a school.'"
തന്റെ ലൈബ്രറിയൻ അനുഭവവും വേറിട്ടതാണെന്ന് സൂസൻ ടീച്ചർ പറയുന്നു. നിരവധി ശിഷ്യസമ്പത്തുള്ള സൂസൻ ടീച്ചർ തന്റെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളുടെ ഓർമ്മകൾ ഞങ്ങൾക്കായി പങ്കുവച്ചു.
The rich experience I have gained as a librarian is from three main institutions. To start with, it was St. Xavier's Bokaro. They had just given me values. They taught me values. They taught me what is to be a good librarian, a person who is good in reading, a person who is good in reading is a person who can develop a lot. I instilled that character into my children. Whoever came to the library, they have enriched themselves there. For example, there was so many children, and to my credit, there are about 4 IAS officers and IRS officers, all just because, not because of a librarian, but I made myself comfortable as a library teacher. Whatever was the resource what I had, I just channelized into them. And many of them have got motivated, and they themselves have thought that it is there, they have to just come up in their life. I'm really, really happy to say there are so many children, and they have come up in life in many positions, and they are decorating recently good positions in the government sectors as well as private sectors. There is one child called Iype Tripathi. He was such a naughty boy. His father used to tell me, he cannot manage. I said, Iype, this is not the way. No, miss, whatever may come, I am not going to stay. I am not interested. But some way or other, I took him to my fold, trained him. He went to St. Stephen's, Delhi. Finally, to cut a big story short, I should say, he has become an IAS officer. And later on, he came to see me. After his marriage also, he got a kid, and he came to see me in Visakhapatnam Timpani School. I was surprised to see him there. He said, I have come to see you. And the principal there was telling, I will just call her, the teacher who has trained you to this position, I will call her. But he said, no, I have to go and see her. And he came all the way to the library, just sat along with me, and he said, I have come to such a position just because of you. And I was thrilled. My eyes got welled up just because such a position when he was able to reach when he was nothing. Similarly, there were so many other children like Ruby Pagad. Ruby Pagad was the first girl, who came first in the IAS cadre from our school. And she also has gained a lot of rich experience through me. I'm really, really proud of that one. Timpani School, Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh was my next field of work. Just because of my husband's transfer, I just came to Visakhapatnam, and there was no opportunity for a librarian. But seeing my performance and seeing my resume, they said, you have to be here. And they just gave me a post, and I was the librarian there for 14 years. Experience there, that is a Canadian Baptist school. And there the children were, if you say any competition, the first question they will ask, is it a public speaking competition or is it a competition for quiz? Then they are there ready for me. They will come there, they sit patiently. Perseverance was their height. They used to sit along with me. They will see to it that they have grasped everything and anything that they can take from me. And I have just shared the entire life for these children, and I have seen that they have come up also in every walk of life. And these children, whenever they come across that, there is Kalyan Chakravarti. Kalyan Chakravarti, when I saw him, when I went to stage for my daughter's confinement, there I could see Kalyan Chakravarti standing there, and he said, Miss, I have been to Texas. I said, I too have gone to Texas because a friend of mine has sent a ticket. And he said, you just go there, and he used to teach me JFK, John F. Kennedy, and used to tell me that is John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Whenever I pass through Texas roads, there I remember you. And this is the way the children are remembering, even after they have gone to greater heights, they are married and they are settled in their life, but they go to the past and remember a teacher. What a teacher needs more than this. This is life. That means whatever we have shared to the children, they are giving in the form of love, they are giving in the form of affection. That has made me, built me as a great person, and I should say great person in the lives of people, the children. And I had taken the children wherever they have been for the quiz competition of Bonvita, which was run by Derek O'Brien, and through national as well as local levels, wherever it is, the children, I have taken them and they have performed very well, and they are even now grateful for all the performances they have done all these years. And there also I was able to be there for 14 years. And I have to tell about Supradeep Vishwanathan. And he says, Miss, what jadoo you have done in my life. I used to come to the library with my mother who was working there from class 1. And you were not at all bothered about me first, but seeing my way of touching the books, you started taking me into your fold and then went on making me read. And I was in the junior section and I wasn't in your section, but still you catered to all my needs. And from there up to class 12, not only me, you have seen all the other students, how you have just motivated them to read, and you just taught them reading is the best skill. Through reading, you can achieve anything and everything in life, and that is the corner where you can sit comfortably and you can go travel across the world. And recently a letter has come to me and it is written, I will never ever forget what you had done to me as well as to my sister. When you were not supposed to look at because I was not in the class, the senior, I was only in the junior class, not in the senior class. But you could have just left me alone. But from there you have lifted me. Not only me, but all my friends are of the opinion that you are cherished in our minds. About you, whenever we are there, whenever in states or whenever in the northern parts of India also, we just come together. We say one thing, you have motivated us. You have lifted our spirits, and you are not only a friend, a guide, you acted as a mother to us. This is what made me a person, a real person in my life. The last 14 years of my experience was in Trivandrum International School. I just came casually to settle down in Trivandrum and just go around the places and read. That was the only intention what I had. But the ad that came in the paper about to have a librarian in this school, I just thought I can just apply. I never thought I will be able to reach to the position there. But there were so many candidates, and I being the oldest among them, I had no chance, I thought. But to my surprise, there came a call that I am selected as the librarian over there. It all depended upon one article I have written in the interview. They said, please do write something. How can you make a library a lively one? And I have done it very well. I have written whatever came to my heart, that is how I can enrich the children, how can I enhance the children to their higher level. That was the only thing I have written. That was Mrs. Elizabeth Moyer from one international school in Sri Lanka. She said that was the best essay I have ever seen. Susan, you are selected. And I just went over there. 14 years I completed over there, instilling in children a lot of stories about big people, eminent people, how they can come up in their life, and all the small stories about the important personalities from rags to riches, how they have come up. Even if you are not that intelligent, how you can come up in life. This made the children just gave them, it was a thought-provoking thing for them. They started reading, they started coming along with me. In and around, they will be always hanging around the library. And everyone used to ask, what is the matter? Always the children are coming to the library. The thing is, a motherly affection, they have got it. Retirement, what? That question didn't rise to me at all. I have to be active as I was before. Every day was a working day for me. And why not even now? I thought of having so many activities, but I thought, first of all, let me see my garden. I started with my garden, then I thought, not only the plants, the children around me, the students, the people around me also need my service. So I started asking the children to come forward. Let us discuss something, let us talk something about something. They were so much immersed in whatever knowledge I was imparting to them. They said, can we start a club or something like that? And so, based on that one, their enthusiasm, the way the children were eager to know things, just made me start a summer camp last year. And I thought it will be in a very small way, but it turned to be a very big one. Students from almost 13 schools attended, and it was a real success. Even now the student says that we have to have on and off and these kind of things. Though they have classes, they said they are willing to come in the weekends too, but Saturday is sometimes a working day, and I was forced, just because of their asking, to have some kind of things for them during Sundays too. The eager, the enthusiasm, the way the children wanted to know more things, these are the things that have made me do some kind of service to the children in and around the city over here. And not only that, the women also here are, we have a just small association called Eves. Eves means all the women that are here over here. Just we have come over here and started sharing their experience, how they are sitting at home. They are not mere housewives, they are homemakers. I was able to just make them understand homemaker is really something great. Not only, it's not mere housewife, you can't say. And the students as well as of different schools, the parents, those who are in and out in the society here or in this residential area, they started benefiting from my small services that I was imparting to them. It was at this time, schools nearby started asking me to come and conduct some kind of activities, like just making them, motivating them. And so we started last week with the quiz competition of St. Mary's Central School, Pujapura. And that the children welcomed me in such a way, they were able to, they got so much of awareness about everything and anything that is in and around them. They were selling, questions were so easy, but we were not able to answer just because we gave no importance to them. So I told them to make every day a learning day. And not only that, newspaper reading should be a compelling hobby also. So these 2-3 sentences only, they came after me. They said, we are going to do this. In that case, we will also be able to achieve a lot. Yes, I said, indeed, you can do it. You will be able to do these kind of things and you will be really honored. A little bit of interest if you have. That's what we say. ഇഷ്ടത്തോടെ ഏത് കാര്യം ചെയ്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാലും അത് കഷ്ടപ്പാടാകത്തില്ല. So that sentence just made them thrilled. They said, yeah, if we are doing something with great interest, reward is definitely going to be there. And plus I said, you have to shed the habit of laziness. Never allow your battery to be low. You may be sick, you may be not well, you may be not having that motivation to do today. No, it's not like that. It all depends upon you. You try to charge your battery then and there, and you can see how the live battery is going to function not only in you but in all the surrounding area. You are just going to benefit the people in and around you and just benefit the society as a whole.
തൻ്റെ എല്ലാ പ്രവർത്തന മേഖലയിലും തൻ്റെ കുടുംബം തനിക്ക് പൂർണ്ണ പിന്തുണയാണ് നൽകുന്നതെന്നും സൂസൻ ടീച്ചർ പറയുന്നു.
Like a plant has to grow support. A creeper, I am just like a creeper, but the whole thing is creeping upon my family. I had just been able to achieve all these things just because of the support and the love and the backing that has been given by my family. My husband is the backbone behind me, encouraging me and just making me move forward. Otherwise, without his help, I would not have been able to do any of these things. Of course, my children too, both of them. I have 2 girls. One is settled in Canada, and even now she sends Toastmasters books for me because she came to know that I am able to have motivational classes I can take. She said, Mama, you can develop through Toastmasters books that I am going to send it through you. She gives me guidance how, where, and in which way I have to do it. And their children also just guides me whenever I need any kind of help. And my second daughter is an engineer. She is working in an engineering college over here, St. Thomas Engineering College, Kalkuttam. Electronics and communication is her subject. And I'm so proud that her children also are behind me. Whenever I need some help, that the little child, Philip, that is the one that gives me, he is my right hand wherever I go. For a quiz or a motivational class, he and his sister always, they are behind me, they guide me. Whenever I give an idea, they know how to take things into the fold and then they say, this is the way to do. And I'm happy and indebted to my family as a whole, because without their help, without their assistance and without their support, I would not have been the person who I am now.
ഇനിയുള്ള തന്റെ ജീവിതത്തിലും വലിയ വലിയ സ്വപ്നങ്ങളാണ് സൂസൻ മിസ്സിനുള്ളത്.
Every child has some kind of potential in them. That potential has to be tapped. The talent that is inborn in them, unless and until it sees light, it will not be able to bloom up. So my dream is nothing but to bring forward the children, whoever wants to come up in life, not only those who want, but every child who has a tiny bit of talent in them, to help them come forward and make our country proud of in everything.
നിരവധി പേർക്ക് പ്രചോദനമാകേണ്ടതുണ്ട് സൂസൻ ഐപ്പിന്. ഇനിയുള്ള തന്റെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ സൂസൻ ഐപ്പിന് അതിന് കഴിയട്ടെ എന്ന് സ്ത്രീ ശക്തി ആശംസിക്കുന്നു.